Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I like literally, I cannot even because Mercury. So every time I try to like open this page and start a live, and I want to put like a little title on it that says, you know, cards of the week, and it did this to me. I've never ever seen this before, but it did this to me when I was in Virginia. I open up the window and I want to write, you know, cards of the week, put a title on it or whatever, and it's typing backwards. Like, I don't even know what to do with this information. It's typing backwards. So I like to take a C, like you normally type C-A-R, right? So it's going C, and then behind the C, it's A, so now I've got ACK, and then R, so now I've got rack. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even understand how this is happening. I've never seen the computer do this before in any computer I've ever had, except that it did this to me when I was trying to go live in Virginia Beach. So I'm like, okay, Mercury, I don't even know what to do with this information. So this is cards of the week. It has no title on it. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know the computer could type backwards. So I don't remember exactly how I fixed it when I was in Virginia, because I think I like closed Facebook and reopened it, and that did the trick. That does not seem to be working today. So I'll try and put a title on it after we're done, but oh my gosh, it was hilarious. I didn't know the cards could do that. So I will put up the pictures. This is the postcard we shared yesterday. And so I'm loving this because you know what, you guys, I say it all the time, the cards don't lie. And so I'm so loving this because here I am with our new beautiful cards. Aren't they pretty on the back with the roses and stuff? Just so pretty. And so here I am with the new cards of the week. And I pull up these three cards. We have Imrama. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Just these beautiful cards. And then Mintaken. And these are words I know you may or may not be familiar with, but don't worry, we're going to talk about it. And then Priestess. And this backwards thing kills me. But I absolutely just love it because the cards are talking about everything that we talked about yesterday. So we were talking yesterday about taking the leap, and that this is the time, this has been the time of stepping out and stepping into, if you knew you could not fail. And if you watch yesterday's video, this is what we talked about. And so I'm just in love because the cards just don't lie. And so I take the cards, and this is our new deck, Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light Oracle Cards deck. So this is where we're working from. And I'm absolutely in love with these cards already. I'm absolutely in love with these cards. And so I'm you know, we're talking yesterday about, you know, take the leap and step into the place where you can lift your light and you can raise your power and raise your vibration. And what if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do? And just take that leap. And I absolutely am so in love because that was the message that I was so called to give you guys yesterday, just in stopping by. And so here we have Imrama, and I want to read a little bit from the book, because the guidebook, just because, one, because the cards are so new to me, but two, because this was amazing. So I want to read this because I just really want to, I want to get it. It's a Celtic word. It says, where are you being called to journey to? Okay. So it's a beautiful card. I mean, the artwork on it is just so beautiful. It reminds me of that place. I can't think of the name of it. It's at the end of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and it's a real place that you can go and visit, where they go through the canyon, and there's this it's right on the tip of my tongue, I can't think of the name, but it's this real place that you could go to, this temple in the canyon. It's just spectacular. But this little stuff like that, I just think it's so beautiful. So where are you being called to journey to? And I just want to read this because it was so profound to me. The Celtic word Imrama means journey of the soul, a voyage on which we don't know where we are going, but our soul knows the way. If you're pulled this card, you're either being called on a soul journey or you're already on one. It could be a physical ancient place or metamorphic. When we journey to places that our soul remembers, a shift takes place, both within us and on the planet as well. You're being called to journey to a place that is sacred to your soul. Perhaps it is a journey to the world's sacred sites, or you're called to cross the country, climb a mountain, or lie on the desert floor, or drink from an ancient well. There are places to see and old friends to meet, spontaneous pilgrimages in your future. If a physical voyage isn't possible, journey through the portal of your heart. follow the invisible soul trail and be willing to explore. And I just love this. I mean, I thought it was beautiful how she wrote it, but I just absolutely love it because it's all about the journey. Where are you being called to? Where are you being called? And what is the leap? Take the leap. This is everything we talked about yesterday. Take the leap. What is it you would do if you knew you couldn't fail? How can you raise your vibration and bring yourself more out, and connect yourself more with the world of spirit and connect yourself more with the light? Where are you being called to journey to? So that this was the first card just knocked me out. I was like, the cards don't ever lie. And I just thought this was so incredibly beautiful. So that was our first card. And then our second card was Mintonkin. Okay. And so again, I'm going to just read from this because I thought it was really cool. Because this is actually something I did not know. So I want to make sure I get it right. Mintonkins are a soul group who originated on the planet in the constellation of Orion. Now, I don't know about you, but I know when I was a kid, my dad would take me out to look at the stars, and we would, and you know, kind of everybody knows Orion, right? The Big Dipper, Orion, the moon. A lot of people know Venus because it's so bright. So just the fact that, and we know, you know, the Pleiadians, and we know that the North Star is in Orion, and the Pleiadians are somewhere else. But just knowing that there is that civilization that's in there. So the soul group that originated on a planet in the constellation Orion. I love that because there's that soul recognition. When you hear something that is so true to your core, it resonates through your body. You can just feel it through your body. And so it says they were the first beings to travel to the earth, and it's believed that they were the original light workers. It's just so spectacular. The Mintonkins' home planet is thought to have been a water world with water so pure that you could see through it for miles. For this reason, they feel most at peace and at home when in or around crystal clear water. They're here to teach us to see the potential in everything and the light in all beings. Isn't that beautiful? So they have an odd longing for home, and they struggle with feeling like when they don't belong, due to their home planet no longer being in existence. So this is that part of you that is being stretched. So Mintonkin, longing for home and to belonging, and part of the original light workers. So this is about that being stretched that we've been talking about taking that leap and moving yourself forward, because when you step out into the light, when you allow yourself to grow, that you are raising your vibration up, and you are sharing that light, you're shining your own light brighter, and you're allowing that light to be more radiant, to attract other people to the light and bring those people with you on the journey, because that is so what it's all about, that we are lifting our own vibration, we are bringing others' vibrations up, and that is how we save the planet. Because again, we're seeing this fracturing, and I know I've talked about this before, we're seeing the rising of the light. I mean, there's no greater evidence to me, in my mind, there's no greater evidence that we're seeing a rising in the light, that we had someone like Marianne Williamson on the presidential ticket, and presidential candidacy, even though I know she suspended her campaign, and we knew she, it wasn't the time that someone like her was going to win. Just the fact that she was out there raising that consciousness and bringing so much more visibility to the vibration, raising the vibration of so many people who saw her and bought into what she was saying, that somebody like Marianne Williamson would even be in the running for a presidential nomination is just so spectacular, and to me such evidence of the rising of that vibration. So everything that we're doing is going back to those original light workers and really tapping into that and bringing that forward, because if you're anywhere around on my page or any page like mine, you already know that the vibration is shifting. Even just looking at the Schumann resonance of how the vibration of the earth has changed over the years, just watching that rising of the vibration, and we're seeing it now. No matter where you are on the political spectrum, we're seeing it now with the impeachment hearings, that the rising of the light and the rising of that vibration is making the people who are not connected to the light, they're just gripping onto the status quo for all they're worth, because the change is so terrifying. And we're seeing such radical changes happening in so many countries on the planet, where people are rising up at demonstrations in Hong Kong and in China and Iran, and just amazing things where people are rising up because they're connecting to something that's bigger than they are, and the vibration of our planet is shifting. And this is really all about connecting to that part of yourself, whether it's Mintonkin or another original light bringer from another galaxy. It's connecting to that part of yourself. And this is just so incredibly exciting, because everything we were talking about yesterday was about, you know, we have spent all these last months releasing so that we can move ourselves forward. And so now it is absolutely the time to move ourselves forward. And so then we move into that third card. And sometimes when I pull the cards, my mind just goes, you know. So here's Priestess. Where are you being called to lead? Where are you being called to lead? Because you may not be what you consider yourself to be a light worker, but you are a person who embodies the light, and you are a person who is living in the light. If you're here, you're a person who's embodying the light, choosing to embody the light rather than someone who's choosing to deny the light. And so having that knowledge and having that commitment to the light and love and the gathering of people and the loving of people and the lifting of people, that's being a light worker, allowing spirit to come into your life, allowing that light to shine on other people, and bringing that in so that all people are benefited and we're raising that light. That is the mission of the light worker. And whether you're being called to, you know, hang out a shingle and get training and do actual work, or whether you're just living that path and walking that path for yourself, there is a part of you that is designed and being cosmically guided to share the information with others, to share what you're learning, to share where you're going with others, because we're moving into this, we're seeing the rise of hate and anger and the fracturing, but we're also seeing the rise of the light and the love. Okay, and so it's so important that we are seeing the light and we are being part of the rising of the light and the love, because it is going to come as they both come, and it's going to break apart like a glacier calving and having that piece that falls off and it breaks apart. So if you are here and you follow any of the pages like mine, or the Lightworker pages, or any of these things, then it's incumbent upon you to lead. Even if you're leading just you, or you're leading just 5 people, you know, whoever it is. Hi, Jody. Whoever it is that you're leading, because really, just to be a leader, you just need to have one person that comes along with you. But we are all being called to lead right now. We are all being pulled in that direction, that this is the time where we really have to step into the light and share what we're learning with others, and share and take other people along on the way, because this is the time of, especially as we step into the new year, into the 2020 year, where it is going to be that time of creation and manifestation. This is it. And so we go back to that first card of Imrama, of, you know, what journey are you being called for? What journey are you being called to take? So this is the time, and we talked about it yesterday too, just this is the time to leap. So if you're not sure, I suggest with starting some journal and starting some, you know, just some automatic writing where you just take the pen in the paper, or you just sit down at the keyboard and you just close your eyes and you just let your heart speak. Just let your heart speak. It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It doesn't have to be spelled right. Just let your heart speak. Where would you go? What would you do? What journey are you being called to? And if you knew, where's my card? If you knew that you could not fail and you would take the leap, where are you leaping? Because this is it, you guys. What journey are you being called to? And Priestess of being what, hey Robin, you made it. And where are you being called to lead? These things are connected, you guys. And so the fact that Mintonkin is in the middle is this is how you're being called. This is how you're being called. So you are being called to that journey, and you're being called to take others with you along the way, but you're being called to the journey of light. Okay, so where is it that your light is taking you? Where is it that your heart would let you go if you knew that Spirit was leading you, and Spirit was guiding you, and Spirit was going to make your way smooth? Now, I did not say easy. I did not say easy, but Spirit was going to make your way smooth. Oh, so this is my dog, Toby. He lives in my desk drawer. Toby, hey, come here. He lives in my desk drawer. Hi, hi. He's the cutest. He lives in my desk drawer because he's too tiny, and when he sits on the floor, he gets cold, but also my chair rolls, and every once in a while I roll over his tail. So Toby decided that he was he needed to be up. So he lives in my desk drawer. Not forever, just when I'm here. So, okay, so that is, and so I want to read this again. So this is hey Lila, this is the card we shared yesterday, but I want to read it again in context of the cards that we shared today, because I thought it was so spot on yesterday, but I want to give you that connection. I want to give you that context. So I'm going to read this again. So it says, dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We're here to tell you that we're always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know that you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means that you heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going on so that you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are here on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth your efforts, whatever is to bring your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let the inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so loved. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is just like, it just blows my mind every single time because this is exactly what we've been talking about. So what journey are you being called to take? What is that spirit whispering into your ear? What is spirit trying to get you to embrace, to see, to hear, to feel, to step you forward? What is spirit trying to take you? Where is spirit trying to guide you? Okay, and that you are called to bring others with you along the way. Absolutely. Because like I said, it doesn't matter if you have a following of 1 or 1,000, you are called to bring others with you along the way. And it just starts with that first step, bringing in the light, because this was the card in the middle of Matankan, of being the light workers, the original light workers that are coming back to earth to be bringers of the light and to bring us all up. And that is what we are here to do as light workers and people who believe in the light, who live in the light and sit in the light and share the light. We are here to lift others up. So I'm so loving this, especially because if you follow the news and you're watching things that are going on in politics, and I really try and keep politics off this page, but there are so many people that are really just trying to bring in the dark and to try and keep the light from coming in. And so it's really important that as we are the light bringers, that we are sharing the light with others and that we are bringing others with us as we go. So share what you're learning. If you like this video, share it with your friends. I'm always so excited and honored when new people come to be part of our light community, and share it with others. And just remember that we are all called to rise and to raise our vibration and to live in that light. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Robin, I'm so glad you made it, and I look forward to talking with you guys next week. If you haven't checked out all the sunrise pictures from Virginia Beach, oh my gosh, make sure you scroll down on the page and check those out. Help me decide. I want to pick out some to get framed because wow, to put in my reading room. So I love some opinions about which ones are your favorites. So feel free to make a post or comment on those as well. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you miss me next week, we will be here next week, I promise. But if you miss me next week, I want to wish you all a very healthy, happy, joy-filled Thanksgiving holiday with lots of love and laughter and family around. Have a great week.